Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hello everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to episode 925 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, both RIOT Platforms and CORZQ have published updates for January, and Cathedra Bitcoin has announced a new hosting agreement. But just before we get into the news today, a quick reminder that if you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, along with many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. All right then, on with the show. So RIOT Platforms Inc., which trades on the Nasdaq as RIOT, has announced its unaudited production and operations updates for the month of January 2023. Some highlights include the production of 740 Bitcoin. This is up, by the way, 62% over the 458 Bitcoins produced back in January last year. A deployed fleet of 82,656 miners with a hash rate capacity of 9.3 exahash per second, and the holding of 6,978 Bitcoins as of January 31st. The company's CEO Jason Les said, quote, "I am proud to announce that RIOT's track record with month-over-month increases in total Bitcoin production continued, with a new all-time high of 740 Bitcoins produced in January, despite a reduction in our deployed fleet and a hash rate capacity driven by recent damage to our Rockdale facility. RIOT has continued to deliver new record highs, mining more Bitcoin in January than in any month prior." End quote. Next up today, we got CORZQ Inc., which trades on the OTC under the ticker CORZQ. CORZQ has also posted its production and operational updates for January. Some highlights for them include the production of 1,527 Bitcoins and the operation of about 206,000 ASIC servers for both colocation and self-mining, making for a total of 21.1 exahash per second at its data center facilities in Georgia, Kentucky, North Carolina, North Dakota, and Texas. The company's aforementioned colocation services combine with its technology and operating support for roughly 40,000 customer-owned ASIC servers, and that produced around 471 Bitcoins in January. All right, lastly for today, Cathedra Bitcoin Inc., which trades on the TSXV as CBIT, has recently entered into a hosting agreement under which it will deploy the last of its new machines, consisting of 490 Bitmain Antminer S19J Pro and 50 Bitmain Antminer S19 XP machines, all of that at a third-party data center in Kentucky. According to the press release, this agreement is good for an initial term of 12 months, and the machines are expected to be deployed by mid-February. AJ Scalia, Cathedra's CEO, said, quote, "Upon completing these final deployments, our active fleet will consist of over 4,400 latest generation machines producing over 378 petahash per second of hash rate using underclocked settings to maximize our operating margins. We will have delivered hash rate growth of approximately 425% since new management joined the company in Q4 2021, with a hash rate of approximately 72 petahash per second at the time, compared to 103% hash rate growth for the Bitcoin network over the same period." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss in investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available. This podcast was sponsored by AppTech Payments Corp. AppTech is an innovative fintech company whose mission is to deliver a better way for businesses to provide their customers with immersive commerce experiences. For more information, visit apptechcorp.com. AppTech trades on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol APCX.